Hello everyone, it's Chantel from Crochet, and welcome to this tutorial on how to crochet a spooky Halloween eyeball. If you would like the PDF version of this pattern, please check out the description for more details. So the materials that you'll need include a 5mm crochet hook, some scissors, a stitch marker, I use a bobby pin, as well as a darning needle. You will also need some super bulky yarn in white, black, color of your choice for the iris, I chose blue, some red yarn for the eyeball veins, as well as some polyfill stuffing. We are going to start off with a magic ring. I personally like to close off my magic rings before working single crochets into them, but it's ultimately your choice. And then for row 1, we're just going to do 8 single crochets into the magic ring. And then, in order to have a clean color change, we are going to fasten off this row. So this is completely optional, but if you would like to have the clean color change, slip stitch into the first stitch of the row and then cut your yarn. If you would like to work in continuous rows, please ignore this step. And then for row 2, we are going to attach our eyeball color, and I have chosen light blue for this. Then you are going to attach the yarn, and then we are going to do 8 increases around in the iris color. If you chose to work in continuous rounds, simply color change at the end of the first row. And you should have a total of 16 stitches by the end of the row. And then, like row 1, since I would like to have a clean color change, I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch of the row, cut my yarn, and fasten off. And now we are going to get started on row 3, so I am going to attach my white yarn. If you are working in continuous rows, just color change to white at the end of the row. If you're doing it like me, just attach into a random stitch. And then for row 3, we are going to do a single crochet and then an increase for a total of 8 times around. By the end of the row, you should have a total of 24 stitches. And no need to fasten off for this row, as we will be working in white for the remaining rows. And then for rows 4 to 8, you are simply going to single crochet around. So that is a total of 24 stitches per row for a total of 5 rows. And this is what your eyeball should look like so far. We are now going to start decreasing. So for row 9, we are going to do a single crochet and then a decrease for a total of 8 times, and by the end of the row you should have a total of 16 stitches. And now we are going to start stuffing our eyeball. Remember to pull apart your stuffing before inserting it into the eye, because this can help keep a more consistent shape and prevent any lumps. And now we are going to get started on our last row, row 10. We are going to do a total of 8 decreases around, and by the end of the row you should have a total of 8 stitches. Just finish off your stuffing. Make sure your eyeball is shaped properly, and then we are going to slip stitch into the next stitch to fasten off. And now, taking the tail left from fastening off, you're just going to sew the opening closed. I like to weave my yarn through the front loop only of the last 8 stitches, pulling it tightly to close, then tying a knot and weaving in my ends. We are now going to get started on making the veins of the eyeball. So just taking your red yarn, we are going to sew some wonky lines around the base and the sides of the eyeball, opposite the iris. You don't need to be too clean with these. I kind of just went in randomly. And this is what my finished eyeball looks like. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you would like the PDF version of the pattern, please check out the description. If you liked this video, please give a like and subscribe for more content like this. I will also link in the description all of my other Halloween and spooky themed patterns I've made so far, and I hope you'll enjoy them. I'll see you in the next one.